Well-built form of V stands in front of a massive glass window which frame a alluring view of the night skyline. The stout hands are buried deep inside his breast pockets. His broad shoulders are exuding. His gaze fixed on some distance point beyond the glass wall, and soon the lavender scents wafts through the air, the man's expression replaced by the subtle grin onto his sharp features. He turns to look behind where stands Sumi. The orbs of V's remain on her that belies his tough exterior. His gaze is drawn to her smile, and he can't help but captivated by its radiance. Finally, I am graduated now and ready to take another step of my life with you, she exclaimed when we stepped towards her. His movements were fluid and eyes never diverted from Sumi. See, I again take out of all students. She showed the documents to V, whose stare room across all before he gazed up at her, whose eyes sparkled with a soft light within. That's appreciating. His deep voice echoed inside the hall as Sumi, looking at Brownie male, whose broad shoulders and chest forming a formidable wall inverse, her head held high to glance in dismal orbs. I can't wait to step ahead towards your dense shadow, she said with blush in her face. Soon you will be named by me, At his statement, Sumi with a gentle gesture, a slide a few banks away. She nodded with her lashes fluttering downward like wings, standing under the shadow of trees which wrap around her into its orbit when she herself seems to lean into it as if embracing the darkness. V sits on the couch, his orbs gaze into the distance, opposed through the glass window, lost in depths of his own mind when the face of his is etched with lines of agony and past. The surrounding around him fades into obscurity, blurring into a distant haze which is closing in around like a suffocating shroud with past rise to the surface, that jagged edge is slicing through like a rusty blade. Inside the silent hall of mansions there sits all phantoms, with their usual serious faces and the sound of burning fires audible. The quietness is still and placid. Namjoon is settled on the couch with the burning stick in his sturdy fingers, and his face straight, looking at the burning flames in front, far off with narrowed gaze. Seokjin is standing a little far from all near a glass table which contains lots of bottles of expensive drinks when he himself pour a wine glass with one of the rare wine with slow moves which shows his calmness. Jungkook take a lean with Matt Wall, burying one hand inside the pocket when the other raw one holds a poisonous stick which is lit already, and the smoke is making hello each time after the exhales in chest. Jimin is sitting on the ornate bleak couch with his head leaning on the headrest with long strays resting across his face. Inverse, he holds the glass half filled with liquor which is getting sipped in between rifts. Hosok stood near the glass wall which is showing the out view of dense midnight, calming his nerves through when his form is imposing and straight, commanding his grim aura. When V and Suga sits on the couch, settled seriously with resolute demeanors, resting their one sinewy hands on arms rest with well-defined muscles on display which speak aloud about their fibrous essence. Let's not wait for too long and get this cut through the existence, he said before looking at everyone there who heard him with focused minds. Yeah, but first we have to find a strategy, he sentenced with low, deep voice, receiving a note from others who totally agrees from him. There's a grand event which is going to be held in this week just after 2 days, he exclaimed, placing the cigarette in the ashtray before again leaning with the leathered form assertively. where Taegong will surely arrive. This is our chance to take our breath from him there. He gulped the remaining liquor before reaching his bulky arm to place the empty glass on mat table resiliently. But how will we enter the event without invites and identities? Namjoon sighed deeply at the thought when Seokjin turned around to look at all phantoms for the response. There's a man who can do that for us without any dilemma. He responds after exhaling the smoke and eyed at Seokjin, who passed a note to him with dire face. While we take the drag of Siggy, eyes fixed on the far flung somewhere in the dark hall before stating further. Let's move further now. The destination of Vendetta is decided. All grin at the statement. Next day unfolds in early morning. We are inside the hall present with all seven who are giving their sizes for the outwear of event which they are going to attend day after tomorrow, customizing the suits. Jimin and Hosok are sitting on opposite sides of couches as they already gave the size of their suits, while Namjoon is standing there giving size of his ripped waist to one of the customizer. Make sure to loosen the suit of Namjoon so it will not be teared by his muscles. Rest of phantoms let out a breathy chuckle as Namjoon shook his head at the words of Hyosok. Seokjin forwarded to give the measurements for his coat when the customizer take the size of his broad shoulders when he heard the words of Suga who is standing on a distance from him. Remember when last time Jin's coat was also tight, he said before taking off his black shirt, revealing muscular biceps and moved to give for his outwear, width for his outwear. And cause of his broad shoulders, he was not able to even straighten his posture. He spoke while gazing out through the vast glass wall with silent grin resting on his face as all others admit to. The customizer takes measures of V's well-built torso, who is standing tall, maintaining his dominant vitality with his heavy form powering the intensity of his sessile physique appearance. Recalling the memories from the past experiences, phantoms are spending the time of mourning with each other side by side. The rain pouring on streets endlessly, no sign of the storm coming. The sound of droplets against road and heavy breaths of someone could be heard in the empty streets. Blood-filled hammer fell on the wet road from hands of Jimin, who stand with his eyes not believing the sight in front of a man whose head is countlessly bleeding as he is laying on the crosswalk. The man is suffering from his red line, his low was echoing the area. Pace of Jimin's grew, his hands slightly trembling from the coldness and the sin he just committed. He stood there watching the man bleeding for more breaths. Jimin stared at his hands filled with the red liquor, his clothes by now soaked from red fluid. He took his steps backwards when the man died with his eyes wide open, free from the suffering. Jimin looked around as he took hammer from street, hiding that in his jacket. His eyes fell on the vast container he moved to hold on the body while he kept his eyes on sides not to be seen by someone. He dragged the heavy body on the waste container barely as the blood stains of his traced a line on the street. Jimin hardly buried the body in the container as he tried to close the cover, which is stuck due to overfilling. His ears cuff voice of some people near he leave the cover half opened as he ran from the street with heavy breaths while the rain continued to pour mercilessly. The blood marks on Ella washed away from droplets and noise of running steps over soaked crosswalk is audible in the heavy silence of dead night.
Jimin recalled with the remembrance of the first person he killed when he placed the cigarette in between his lips with heaviness chill pouring him. He sighed deeply. In the early years of his, he took countless lives with his own hands. Now totally into this dark world, away from his desire to live normally, he exhaled the dark smoke around him calmly. To be continued.